Good morning, guys. My name is Kaine Simmonds, and welcome to Students of Animation. This is the day in life of a student animator. So we wanted to make these videos for you guys to show you guys that we all have our different schedules, and we work on our animations at different times, and we might have to work around certain things, just to show you that we're actually human. We're students. We're trying to figure out our own paths, our own ways to get our homework done, so that we can eventually become better animators. It's currently 5:40 in the morning, and I'm getting my workout in. So yeah, that's why I'm a little winded. Getting back day today. Let's get it. Before we get to the next thing, I would just like to say if you enjoy watching these videos, please give a like and subscribe, and also follow us on our other social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, all linked down below. Hey guys, we are back at the house, just about to work on some animation homework. I normally work out for about 2.5 hours to 2 hours, 5 days a week, and after that I usually come home and start some animation work for a couple hours before I have to go back to work. I'm going to jump into SyncSketch, and I'm going to show you my mentor's critiques and what he wants me to do for my for this week of AN04 of Animation Mentor. I'm going to show you guys his notes, what he liked, what he was disappointed with, what he actually thinks that we need to do about making my shot better. Because right now it's in the blocking stage, and this week we're going to have to go into blocking plus, get some in-betweens and some breakdowns, and start pushing my animation to a final state, because we only have 4 weeks to work on our pantomime shot. So, hey guys, so this is my reference and planning on SyncSketch. So, just to help you guys understand what is happening, right now I have a pirate, and we can actually take a look at the actual shot. Alright, so we have a pirate right here, and then we have a skeleton right here. I'm trying to think of it in kind of this sort of fashion, so you can actually initially see the two things that we want to look at right there. But the story itself is we have a pirate who's had a long night of drinking, and he passes out next to a skeleton but doesn't realize, and he then turns over and cuddles with it, thinking that it's possibly his spouse, wife, or whatever, and he ends up kissing the skeleton, and all like snuggles in and stuff like that, and then he opens his eyes to realize that it's not actually who he thinks it is, and he freaks out. And right here, this is actually just my blocking that I had for week 2 of the pantomime shot. My mentor, he liked the shot itself. That he said the timing was actually pretty decent. There's not going to be a lot of frames to add or take away. He did have a few things to say though, especially with this right here. He said that I could actually push this pose to be a little bit more entertaining, so to speak. And then some of the last things he just wanted me to work on is just some of the posing, like this right here, could be a little bit more appealing, so to speak, right here and stuff, just to really get the posing down a little bit better. The last thing he pointed out is that he really wants this last frame to actually show his face again, to have actually like just a freak out face right there, just because in some of my past references for the shot, it just looks a little bit better, because then, like as you see the head right here, it's going to drag coming that way, and he doesn't look like he's just sitting up. He's actually looking like he's like skirting across the floor, if that's like that. So this is what my blocking is right now, and so this week I'm going to be really pushing the posing, adjusting some of the stuff he's talked about, really focus on the pivot of the turnover, make it a little bit cleaner, a little bit simpler, so to speak. Jumping into Maya,
Right now, I'm actually just adjusting my main pose, just trying to sell it like Shad wanted me to. Just really trying to make it very sleepy, very hungover, like he's like hard passed out. I was also trying to adjust the bottle pose just because it wasn't in a good area, like he said. So I was spending a good amount of time trying to figure that out. I ended up actually just not even using it after a while. I was also just going and trying to make the poses a little bit more clear, a little bit better. Here I was really trying to adjust the facial pose for the kiss, mostly just the entire pose in general, because I really needed to push it to be like, so you can see the lips touching the skeleton. And I was also having a lot of issues with the shoulder and the elbows. As you can see, I'm always adjusting the shoulders and elbows just to make it a little bit more appealing and less destructive with the geometry. So sadly, Maya crashed on me. It crashed on me multiple times actually throughout this entire session, but I lost like half the keys I needed to, so I had to go back once Maya restarted and redo a lot of the keys that I previously have saved, but I didn't save in Maya, which I need to learn how to do that more. But that's the way it goes, as they say, right? So now, after some animation homework, I'm just gonna go and eat some food because I'm getting kind of hungry, and then I'm gonna come back, work on some more animation, and then go and head off to work. Okay guys, so just had breakfast. I just had some protein French toast and some blueberries, and now I'm going to jump back onto animation and work on some more animation until I have to go to work at 2:30. So that's what I'll be doing for the next couple hours. Let's dive in, shall we? So, jumping into what I'm doing is I'm actually taking all of my poses that I actually originally made with FK spine and arms, and I'm actually switching them to go to IK spine and arms, just because I feel like it would have been a better idea to start off this way, especially because the chest, the shoulders, the head, and even the arms all move separately. Like the hips will move and the shoulders will stay in the same place, and I would not want to counter animate as much with FK, so I decided to basically copy the pose like on the frame after all the FK poses. So this took a very long process, but I seriously just like, for each pose I made with FK, I went to the frame after, and I am just reposing everything in IK. So that's what kind of held me back a little bit with pushing my blocking farther than I wanted, just because I had to redo all the poses in IK. But I think inevitably it was the best choice for me, because then I don't have to obviously counter animate with the multiple spine controls. Yeah, so here I was actually able to start getting more poses, a little bit more in betweens and breakdowns, just to kind of finesse what's actually happening with the body mechanics. I was really trying to focus on trying to get that hand and the shoulders of the body to kind of move pretty well together. So, yeah. So it is now 2:30 p.m. and I'm heading into work right now. I had a lot of issues with doing some animation work today. Maya crashed on me a couple times because I recently just downloaded Animbot, and my computer's not really liking it too well. So I had to reset my preferences twice, and I was having a hard time with that, to be honest. I'm not the best when it comes to computers or kind of figuring out like all that stuff. So it took me a while to actually get in and actually get back to working on my animation, but I was able to to at least put some breakdowns in, basically just like in-betweens, but hopefully after work tonight I'll be able to work on it just for a couple more hours before I have to go to bed. But yeah, I'll see you guys after work. Hey guys, it's currently 8:30 right now. Just got home from work. Stayed there a little bit later than usual. So I'm kind of starving. I'm planning on having some macaroni and cheese, some turkey sausage, and some broccoli for dinner. And then after that, I actually will animate for maybe an hour or so, then hit the hay and go to bed around about 10 or 11, hopefully, and then start this entire process over tomorrow. Just want to say thank you for watching, and if you enjoy videos like this, I just want to reiterate, give us a like and subscribe, and also follow us on other social media platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Thank you, and happy animating!